Hey there, Knicks fans. How you doing? It's your boy, Jonathan Macri, with you for the first ever episode of the Knicks Twitter show. And I am joined by my co-host for this crazy endeavor, Rebecca Chasen. Hello, Rebecca. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing good. Very excited.
Why in the world did you agree to do this with me? Like, did nobody warn you?
You reached out and I said yes.
That's like the plot of some kind of comedy. Well, welcome to the Knicks Film School airwaves. It's great to have you. As I have told you a few times, been a fan of your Twitter presence for very long, which is how I think before right now, and we'll see if we could change this, most people know you. So we're recording this 6:00 on Tuesday night. We're going to get into the Giannis stuff and we'll get into what exactly the show is and why it exists in a bit. But first, I want to talk a little bit about you because you are like, can I call you the queen of Knicks Twitter? Do you like to be called the queen of Knicks Twitter?
I wouldn't call myself that, but if you want to call me that, that's fine.
I think I just did. So let's go with that. Okay. Which immediately forces me to ask, and I'm going to put you on the spot right away. Why? Because Twitter became a place for me. Listen, I guess if you could call this a career, I owe my career to Twitter because I was nobody, nothing, and nobody had access to any of my stuff. And I got out on Twitter, I put my stuff out there and the whole thing. So I really do owe a lot to Twitter. And it's always going to be Twitter to me, obviously. That's why it's called the Knicks Twitter show. It's not it's not the Knicks X show. Yeah, but I also Twitter's Twitter, and it is not always a fun place to be. And yet you seem to thrive on there. So how do you do that? You have to explain this to me.
I don't know. I mean, I was like a watcher of Knicks Twitter for a while because obviously I've been a Knicks fan for a long time. So I love Twitter. So I would be on Twitter seeing stuff. And then I think I actually remember it was like the playoffs. I want to say 2020.
2021. The We Here season, probably.
I don't remember because it was at my job and I started my job, I think, in 2022.
Well, they didn't go to the playoffs in 2023. Now you're putting me on the spot. So then was Jalen Brunson on the team?
Yes.
Then it was 2023. So it was either the Cavs series
or 2023. My friend, I went to work after we won the first round, and I was wearing my Knicks jersey and all the stuff because these security guards in my building to make fun of me for it. And they said we wouldn't want to make it out the first round. And so I was wearing that. My friend took a picture of me and then I was like, I'm going to put it on Twitter. And then it got 2,000 likes or something. And I was like, this is ridiculous. And then I just kind of continued just tweeting. I mean, I go to the games a lot, clearly with my dad.
So can we mention your parents now? Are we far enough to mention them? So for those listening on the podcast, you are wearing a hat right now.
Yeah.
And I like the hat. It's a nice hat.
It is a nice hat.
I would wear that. I have trouble finding Knicks hats that I actually like. That's a nice one. And you are wearing this at the insistence of your mother. Is that correct?
Yes. So we did that promo and I guess I had no Knicks stuff on. Obviously, this is my bedroom. I have Knicks stuff in here, just not right there.
It's in the background. It's fine.
She was texting me and was like, Rebecca, what are you doing? You need to put stuff up on the back. You need to put a hat on. You have to change something. I talked to her on the phone today and she brought it back up. She even made a background that she wants me to use. And I was like, I'm absolutely not using that because it's literally just... It's a background. Let's see if I can show. Can I hold my phone up to this?
You can do whatever you want. Listen.
It's funny.
We're making the rules as we go along.
She made a collage of pictures of me. And was like, you should put this behind you. It's like, no. Look, wait.
It's a full. Oh my God! It's an actual collage of photos of you wearing various Knicks paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Can you please? I am mad at you already for not having that as your background. We're not continuing this show for a second episode until you get that and put it as your background. Okay, so you're involved on Knicks Twitter. You tweet a lot, and you're engaging with people. You had a team at Knicks Twitter Day this past summer. Shout out to everybody who was a part of that. But the thing that I told you this when I reached out, that amazes me is that Knicks Twitter is a gift and a curse in that when the team is doing well and or like just things are good when you want to talk about them. It's like the best place in the world. But when things are either not so good or when there's some stuff going on that people don't agree on, it can turn into a place that is not as pleasant. And that does not seem to impact you. So I ask, how?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people ask me that because like, obviously I get weird tweets, DMs, whatever, but for some reason,
you're so polite.
For some reason, yeah, weird, whatever. I like, it's never like affected me at all. They can be like absolutely vile, like heinous, rude, like, and I don't know. It doesn't, I like, don't care. I don't know why. It's like, I don't know you. You're like a random Abby. If it was maybe someone I was like friends with on Twitter saying something, I'd be like, that hurt. But I don't know. I just like, I don't care. I haven't. I don't know why. And hopefully it'll stay like that because I do get a lot of stuff.
Well, no, if it's like that so far, I have to think it will stay like that. It's, I'll just be open and honest. Like I have gone through cycles over the years in which like there are times where I'm like very active on Twitter and then I'll put out an opinion or something I say will get clipped and go around. And like, I will tell myself all press is good press, right? Like if people are talking about me and saying stuff about me, it doesn't matter what they're saying about me. It means they are engaging with Knicks Film School in some form or fashion. And that is good as we try to grow our reach and the whole thing. And I'll tell myself in my head, I'll quote which Taylor Swift song is it? It's one of my favorites too. It's the one where she's talking about
like Shake It Off.
No, it's not Shake It Off.
I'm not a huge Swiftie. But
oh, you're not? Oh, so they may have messed with the wrong person. I just saw the stupid movie with my daughters because they.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Supporter, but not a Swiftie. Happy
supporter, but not a Swiftie. I like that distinction. That's me too. I'm an ally. I'm an ally to the Swifties. Anyway, there's some there's some song where she talks about like you're tweeting at me at 7 a.m. or whatever. And like I would tell myself, this doesn't matter. This should not bother me. I am a grown man with a wife, and happily married wife, children who I love dearly. Luckiest guy in the world being able to do this. And yet it will eat at me something fierce. And I could tell myself, dude, grow up. Like, why are you letting this impact you? It doesn't matter. It still impacts me. And I guess that just means you have thicker skin than me and most people.
I don't know. I mean, like in person, maybe not. I'm like sensitive, but it's like, it's Twitter. It's these like random people with like random profile pictures that aren't them. Like, I really don't care. That's like all I can say. Like, I don't care.
That's a great answer.
I don't know.
And yet if someone came up to me on the street and was like, fuck you, Macri, I probably would.
Oh my God. I'd probably cry.
Oh, I would be
if
like.
Somebody said, if somebody said, like came up to me on the street and like said something that maybe I get like DM'd, I'd like cry. But on Twitter, I'm like, I don't care.
So you're a normal.
Luckily, people don't do that on the street though. So
people don't do that. Yeah. No. Again, that's in the Taylor Swift lyrics. If you say it on the street, it would be a knockout.
Keyboard warriors. Yeah.
I think that's the lyric. Okay. Let's get into what this show is, and then we'll actually get into the topic of the day, which is certainly an interesting one. So what are we doing here? Like we don't have anything on Knicks Film School right now that kind of properly reflects the conversation that is. I mean, we do Twitter Spaces, obviously. We do our Friday show with Jeff and Sean. So like we touch on this stuff, but like to really engage with where the conversation is, I don't think we really do a great job of that. So that's what we want to try to do on here. And we'll throw up some occasional tweets on the screen and we'll comment on them and talk about them and the whole thing. And today was certainly an active day on Knicks Twitter. And I would say it was a divisive day. Not bad divisive, but definitely there was a range of opinions expressed in reaction to the Shams report this morning that the Knicks and Bucks talk trade and that Giannis Antetokounmpo maybe wants to come to the Knicks. So I will just start by asking you, when did you, like, what was your initial reaction when you saw the news?
I mean, I was confused. I like saw his tweet and like a picture of Giannis and like Knicks. And I was like, wait, is he coming to the Knicks? And then I read it and I was confused because I thought this happened like months ago. It's been talked about for so long that I was like, okay, like if he's not, they talked like, what is that like affecting? Like, I was so confused this morning why it was like riling everyone up again, which never mind. Like, I get why it'll rile up.
No. I think you've landed on something here. Because this is not the first time we've heard this, right?
No, not at all. I was like, I felt like I was being like gaslit by him. I was like, this isn't new. Why are you saying this on a random, like, he posted at like 8:00 in the morning just to like say something? I don't know.
So I think there is, it's funny. I screenshotted a bunch of tweets that I'm going to throw up, and I didn't do this one, but someone said something to the effect of like, Shams thought Giannis was getting traded all summer long because to your point, he has been talking about this for months. He was the dude who said back in, I don't know if it was the spring, like this, didn't he say like this is going to be the most insane offseason ever?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he did. He said that. And then what happened? I mean, Kevin Durant got traded.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
that happens like
57 years
he
old.
made all the colors of the rainbow in jerseys now. I saw that somewhere. So like,
did somebody put that up? I love that. Kevin Durant, what an interesting player.
He's big on Twitter, or active on Twitter, I should say.
Do you wish more players were active on Twitter? I don't know how I feel about this, because here, let me just justify what I'm about to say, because it's not that I don't care what they have to say, but it is, and this gets into a whole topic of journalism, but like when players are saying the thing, a lot of people are like, this is great. This is firsthand access. We're actually hearing from the players, which is fantastic. But is the players giving you their version of the truth, their version of their narrative? And I feel like KD, for him, isn't that awfully convenient to craft what he wants to be the truth after all of the shit that he's been through over the years?
100%. And I think he, I guess it is different. He's like way later in his career than maybe like Jalen or Josh, but like,
this is true.
So I like get it. And also like I'm on Twitter all the time. Like everyone loves Twitter. It's fun to like go back and forth or whatever. So I get it. But I think I prefer the way that like Jalen and Josh go about it, where they're like, they're having fun. They're not like Katie's like going off. Like he's like me. Like I like constantly. And it's like, I mean, I'm not judging. I mean, he doesn't.
Yeah, but you don't jump team to team, so he's not.
Yeah, I say with this one. I don't know. It is very interesting. I think there's a balance, and I think that some players have that balance. I like when they're on it. It's fun when they're on it. Like I know some players aren't on social media at all, and I'm like, well, that's no fun. But I get it. Also, I can see both for everything, but I don't know. Katie's a little much, but it's also entertaining. So like, who am I to be like, this is stupid?
I will never forget the first interaction I had with a player. I can't even call it an interaction. I tweeted something about Mario Hezonja, and it was not kind. Who played for the Knicks for one season and did have one really nice moment. I think he blocked the LeBron James layup, or dunk attempt at the end of the game to like win a game. It was the highlight of his career. And I said something unkind about him, and somewhat, I don't know, he saw it and said something back that was,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't my finest moment amongst many non-fine moments. Hey guys, we know injuries are a big part of the game, but when an injury takes your bet and your sportsbook leaves you hanging, that hurts even more. That's why our partners at Fanatics Sportsbook hit different. They've got fair play coverage for you. Fanatics Sportsbook protects all pro basketball player prop bets from first half injuries. This isn't just protection, it's real value for your plays. Fanatics is the home of fair play all season long. Your old sportsbook, well, they won't do that. So it's time to switch. Download the Fanatics Sportsbook app today. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777. Massachusetts, call 800-327-5050. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Maryland, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app for details. This news happens. Your reaction is like, this is old news. Why are we doing this again? Which begs the obvious question, like, why are we doing this again? Why is this coming up now? And I think there are two answers. And I think there was a lot of talk about this on Knicks Twitter today, which is like, there is actually something here, and we should see where it goes because it's Giannis and he's really good. Or why are we wasting our time with this? What is today? It's Tuesday. We're 2 weeks away from starting a season in which we are the favorites to go to the freaking finals, or co-favorites along with the Cavs to go to the finals.
Whatever.
Whatever. We're among the two favorites. We are one of, it's 1 and 2, 1A and 1B. Like, why does anyone care about this now? And you're clearly on one side. I kind of fall somewhere in between.
I saw your tweet about it and I was like, okay, like I get that. I'm not as savvy with it, but I was just like,
savvy's not one of them. No, but like, here's my thing. And I wonder how many people out there feel this way. He's one of the 3 or 4 best players in the league. And so regardless of why the story is out there now, which I think you could question why the story came out there today. The fact that it is out there and it was put out there, if you're a Knicks fan like we are, and we care about the team winning a championship, which we do, and one of the best players in the world, and I believe the report, wants to play here at some point, like one way or another, like that can only be a good thing, right? Like that should, like, regardless of how you take the report, I think that should make us as Knicks fans generally pretty happy.
Definitely.
And that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah.
No, for sure. I mean, I feel like we knew. I feel like we knew he wanted to come here. Everyone posted pictures of him in like New York. But I mean, I'm not like that savvy with like the trades. I don't know how you go about doing that. I know we can't, but
we could.
See, like, that's what I don't get. Like, I don't know. And I'm not going to say I know it because I don't.
Well, no, but that's...
Well, yeah, I'd want him, but I don't know how they go about that.
So actually, look at this. Look at this, me producing on the fly. This is, we'll start with this tweet. Let's see if I can do all this together. All right. So this is one tweet that I saw today. So if you're listening on the pod, this is a tweet from Hannah at Hannah Hoops. It's a picture. We'll get to the picture in a second. It says the Knicks bench if they trade for Giannis. And there is, I know who one of these 3 people is. I know the guy in the middle. That's the Rizzler?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know of him.
You know of him? Well, I barely know of him. But I understand he's very popular.
Yes.
And he is sitting in between 2 gentlemen who I don't know who either of them are. One of them has Big Justice on the back of his jersey. And the other one has something else on the back of his jersey. I can't tell what it is. But these are 3 gentlemen who do not look like they are professional basketball players. Would you agree with that?
Correct.
Yeah. And I think this is, I laughed at this. I think this is the sentiment of a lot of people, which is like, hey, if we trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo, whatever happens as a result of it, the Knicks are going to be decimated. Do you think this is like the number one concern of most fans about, in terms of like the downside risk of trading for Giannis?
Yes, which is also why like I'm confused that it could even be a thing, because I don't get how. Again, I don't fully get that, but I don't know how you go about doing that without like having no players.
You would have to sacrifice some big time talent. Like there are different permutations that we could go through, but like in essence, you'd be losing like 2 of your top 4 players. And I mean, we could get into another topic of Knicks Twitter now because it's kind of a natural transition. What do you think about the cat conversation?
What about it?
Because
which one?
Well, that's a great response. There's like the disgusting, very gross cat conversation, which like we don't have to talk about that because that's just bad. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, it's relevant because I feel like that conversation informs a lot of the talk about him as a basketball player and the doubts that people have. Now, I'm an unabashed cat skeptic. I've been very upfront with the fact that I don't know whether a team that has him is going to win 4 playoff rounds. Mm-hmm. But do you think this, given, I mean, having watched him this past year, do you think the criticism of him is justified or that it's over the top?
Yeah, I mean, it's always can be justified. I think, someone one of my at the Garden last year, we ran into these ladies who used to sit by my dad like in the 90s. And she was like, he's probably the best offensive center in the league right now, or one of them, but he's like
top
the worst. Yeah, but the worst defensive center. So I would be interested in seeing him maybe at the 4. I mean, I didn't watch him much in Minnesota.
I mean, you weren't missing many highlights. Other than the last year that he was there, you were not missing many highlights.
Yeah, I watched like the playoffs, but no, I get it. I also have those skepticisms. I also I ride for anybody that's on the Knicks. If you're on the Knicks, I love you and I need you to do good. But that's also just me. But I get it. Obviously, some people could be over the top with it, but no, I get it. I'd like to see more from him.
No, I'd like to see more from him too. And it's funny you put it that way. Like you'd like to see more from him, but you ride with anybody who plays for the Knicks. I have not always. I will never. Choose my words carefully here. I will never root against any Knick. I will always root for them to do well. But there have definitely been players, including a couple of guys who were looking over my left shoulder here. You can't see the poster, but I have a Julius and RJ poster here. Who at times in their career, either when a game started, my natural inclination would be like, "Oh my God, what are we in for tonight?" And not in a good way.
Yeah, that's
not Cat for me. I am always excited to watch Cat. I like watching Cat because he's like you said, he's a brilliant offensive basketball player. It's more the long-term skepticism, which is why I think he's kind of a unique player when it comes to the conversation around him, because I think I do think people like him, and I do think Knicks fans want to ride for him, but there is that nagging part of it where it's like, man, we're trying to win a championship here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure.
So I don't know if you, again, I know you haven't taken in a ton of Bucks games. I haven't taken a ton of Bucks games either. If you knew that starting out, it's Cat for Giannis, you have to give up Cat, and then you have to give up something else, another important player. Would you have it? How do you think Knicks Twitter would respond to that?
Oh, I think they'd say yes immediately to getting rid of Cat for Giannis.
Just Cat for Giannis. That's an easy.
Yeah, I don't know the rest of the whole thing, but I mean, I get attached. I hate talking about trades. I mean, but I'm also no, I would love Giannis. I still don't get how that happens, but Cat for Giannis for sure.
Yeah, no, I think most people would sign up for that.
Yeah.
No, that's an easy one. I think where it gets tough is where you're talking about what else in addition to Cat.
Yeah, that's kind of the part.
And that's where it gets into some other stuff. All right, so I'm going to put up. Let's see. I got a couple of tweets here that I want to put up. So this one, actually, don't even know who this is from. So this is from Chris Fiend Chris. I don't know who this is, but I just saw it. I thought this was the most sensible take I saw on Twitter all day. So I'm going to read it. I'm not entertaining Giannis to the Knicks until there's real traction. Smart move, Chris. I am, however, very grateful that the Knicks are in a position where superstars want to be here. We've never had this as a fan base. I know you haven't been a fan or you haven't been on Twitter for that long. You've been a fan for a very long time. I'm 42. I've been a Knicks fan for 31 years, since 1993-94 season. So 32 years.
Mm-hmm.
I could vouch for this. This is the first time that I could ever remember a player being I want to go to that. A player of this caliber, I want to go to that city.
Yeah.
And I'm almost wondering, not long ago, that very sentiment would have been the leading story. And today, I don't know how you felt scrolling around, but I was like, yeah, some people are mentioning it, that it's important to them. But I didn't feel like that was anywhere close to the headline, which I guess surprised me a little bit and maybe speaks to how far we've come and how long seemingly it's been since we were at the dog shit level of our franchise.
Yeah, I definitely have been seeing that. And I feel like this is what we were saying, or what you were saying, we were saying earlier about how it's cool that a superstar wants to come here. I also think when a superstar wants to go to a team, it's a good team. So then you're like, okay, but we also, a lot of people are like, this guy, I'm not entertaining it. I saw Sean say something like, let's right now focus on who we have now, which is so important. Because like that's our team.
Well, that was another. Hold on, I'll put another tweet. This is from NBA Jay Nicky. He's very active on Twitter. I'll care about Giannis after the Knicks are hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy this summer. This is how I think most people feel.
Yeah,
right now. Which I get it.
Yeah, and I think even the whole like superstar coming, it's like we haven't been like a place superstars want to come because like we weren't a good team, whether it's like management or whatever. So
there
then
are a lot of reasons why we weren't.
Yeah. Now a star wants to come, and it's like cool, but like let's also focus on what we have because like we're doing great. We're gonna keep doing great. I don't know. That's my spiel.
No, it's a good spiel because like, and this is the tough part about it, and this is the part where I read the news this morning, and I was like, there was a part of me where I was like, oh, well, you know, obviously the Knicks players are going to see this, that the Knicks like had discussions. Now, I don't think it ever got to the point where like, you know, maybe specific players were discussed or like a player was offered. Like, I forget someone wrote about this recently. Like there's trade talks and there's trade talks. Like there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes before you actually get to like, all right, we are offering this player or that player, whatever. And there's a lot of gray area in between. So like, I don't know if it ever got to the level or if it's even at like this report coming out now is like going to make like Towns or OG or McCall be like, oh, wait a minute. Can I be, you know, like playing in Milwaukee or wherever? So, but I did like wonder, could this negatively affect them in any way? And I don't really have a great answer for that because I'm wondering it.
I feel like that it would have been more of a thing if like Randall was still on the team. Like,
ooh, why? Tell me more.
I feel like he was very emotional about things like that. He also saw everything that. I saw that. I was like, oh, so now you stopped, whatever. But he was very emotional about that stuff. He like, you know, the fans booed him. He knew how people felt about him. Whereas like this team, like, yeah, everyone's talking about Giannis. Yeah, sure. They talked about trading him again. Like, we don't know how deep they went with that, but I feel like they all have a really good head on their shoulders. Not saying Randall didn't, but like maybe a little looser than the rest. I don't like to talk bad about it.
But the man admitted, like, on the record, like I was not all there.
Yeah. And so that's how I say, like, maybe if like it was a situation where Randall's on the team, he'd be like, oh, you don't want me? Like, okay, then like whatever. But I just like don't see that happening with these guys, in my opinion.
I hope not. And I think, and this is where I'm going to throw Cat a bone. Cat has been, and he's talked about this. His name has been mentioned in trade rumors for years and years and years. Former number one pick. He, for better or worse, and I mean this as a compliment, I promise. He seems to remain like not intentionally aloof about this stuff, but it genuinely does not seem to affect him. Mm-hmm. Like, and to be clear, that's a very good thing. So even like he's the most obvious, just from a salary perspective, guy that would have to go out in order to bring back Giannis. I'm not worried about that impacting him. And then all the other guys, like, again, assuming trade talks didn't get to the point where like specific guys were mentioned, I don't think anybody else is going to be like, oh, well, am I the one going out? Am I the one? I hope that's, I'm going to drink the Kool-Aid on this one. I feel okay about it.
I feel okay about it too. I think they all have good heads on their shoulders. And like, they don't take stuff like that to heart as long as their names weren't, you know, or like things weren't said to them from management or whatever, the front office, but who knows about that. But I think,
and I don't think anything was.
Yeah. So I don't think it'll really affect them. I think Randall would have been the only person that something like that would have affected. He's not here.
Randall catching strays from you in episode
I know.
1.
I feel bad because I love Randall. But
you love have you ever, quick aside, is there a Knicks player you have not loved that you just, for whatever reason, just didn't like the cut of his jib?
I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Do you know Enes Kanter? Do you remember Enes Kanter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I guess
he got under my skin.
Yeah.
Wasn't my cup of tea. For no reason other than I just didn't like the cut of his jib. Life's been a little crazy lately with the basketball season back. So one thing that helps me unwind, Cornbread Hemp's CBD gummies. If you've been looking for a natural way to help relieve your aches and discomfort, or just relieve some stress, or just add a little relaxation to your life, the CBD gummies from Cornbread Hemp are perfect because they're formulated to work with your body and not against it. Best of all, they only use the best part of the hemp plant, the flower, for the purest and most potent CBD. And even better, all of their products are third-party lab tested and USDA organic to ensure safety and purity. Right now, Knicks Film School listeners could save 30% on their first order. Just head to cornbreadhemp.com/KFS and use code KFS at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/KFS and use code KFS at checkout. Do you want to have some fun at the expense of other fan bases?
Yeah.
Okay. So I found a couple tweets. So this, I'm going to start with one. This is from a Bucks fan. So this is Irvin Johnson 40. I don't think this is the real Irvin Johnson. For what it's worth. I don't believe a word Sham says. The Bucks never discussed a trade with the Knicks. Maybe Giannis expressed interest, but this is manufacturing drama by a propaganda hype machine.
Okay.
Rebecca, I'm old enough to remember when I used to stick my head in the sand when reports would come out about players on my team, and it is not a fun place to be. And I feel for this person, Mr. Irvin Johnson, 40, but at the same time, like, it is so nice that this is them now being in this position and not us.
Yeah, it's a very clear cope, which is fair. We all have to cope sometimes, but yeah, nice to not be us.
Have you ever drank? When's the last time you remember drinking the copium? Because I have a clear one.
I don't know. I feel like I'll say stuff about other teams, and I guess I can't think of something specific, but for sure I've done it.
Yeah, I'll never forget. There was it was Steph Bondy, who's awesome and wonderful, but this is before I knew him. He had an article. I think it was during Frank Ntilikina's second year, and I was perhaps the king of the Frank stands. Like, really. I wrote an entire article for the Knicks Wall about what is the proper nickname for Frank Ntilikina. Like, and I analyzed it analytically, the whole thing. It was a very sad moment. But he had an article which reported that the Knicks had talked to a team about trading Frank Ntilikina for like multiple second round picks. And this is a guy that, like, I think I compared him to Scottie Pippen once on Twitter. And he wrote this, and I'm like, "What? This man hates me. This man hates us. These are lies. This is just not true." And I'll never forget it. And of course, it was true because Frank Ntilikina's out of the league now. But no, I mean, look, we all do this, and I get 100%. It. Yeah, other fan bases do that. But that's not the worst thing I saw today. I'm going to put up the worst thing I saw today now. So this is from. And I apologize to this person. I'm sure this person does great work, but this is from Jake Chipper. And I'm just going to read this tweet. There's a link to a YouTube video. This is a Sixers content creator. Sixers content creator. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what makes this so special. Could the Knicks really land Giannis Antetokounmpo? After Sham's report this morning, it's looking more likely than ever. This would be bad news for the Sixers and could change their strategy moving forward. And he then goes, there's a video, it's like a 14-minute video talking about how this news today about Giannis potentially maybe being traded to the Knicks at some point, that is the thing that is going to make the Sixers' life miserable because apparently right now it's peaches and cream.
I can't.
But cause them to change their strategy moving forward. I actually want to go invite this person on the pod and ask what strategy would that be and how is this news going to change it?
That's crazy. They have a lot else to worry about and figure out other than a potential Giannis coming to New York. Clearly, as we saw in Abu Dhabi.
One might say, yes.
Yeah, I don't even know what else to say to that. That's crazy.
There's nothing else. Do you have like a favorite? This seems like a good place to end. Do you have a favorite player or team to root against when they are like playing the Knicks or just in general?
I hate Draymond Green. Pisses me off. He pisses me off. Like, that's it. I mean, I'm sure he's maybe a fine person. I say I'm sure
he's not a fine person.
Yeah, no, I kind of take that back, but I'm just being nice. Don't like him, so I like rooting against him. I mean, we obviously only play him like twice, so. Joel Embiid, obviously. The Sixers. I hate Sixers. Boston. It's the usuals. Very easy to hate them and feel really good when you beat them.
I called Draymond Green a gas station attendant on this show last year.
I hate Draymond Green.
Why do you hate Draymond Green?
He's insane. I have no real words, but like, who punches their teammate on camera?
Oh, I thought you were going different. I thought you were going to say he punches someone in the nuts, but that also.
That too. Just all the things he like says stuff, and then he like is. I don't even know. He goes on his like, I don't know if he has a podcast or he's just like talking.
He does with once a Nick, always a Nick, Baron Davis.
I'm like, okay, you're just saying shit all the time. Like, shut up and go to anger management. Like, I don't know.
Yes, he should go to anger management. He talks. So the thing that bugs me about Draymond, and this is like kind of why I went on my rant about him, like whatever it was a year or two ago, is like, you got luckier. Like, there has never been a player in the history of the league who got luckier in terms of where they were drafted and who they were drafted to play with than this guy, whose every single weakness in his game is minimized by the fact that he gets to play with Steph Curry, and every single strength in his game is amplified by the fact that he gets to play with Steph Curry. If Draymond Green got drafted by the Knicks, we'd be talking about him the same way we talk about Othello Harrington or freaking Clarence Weatherspoon. Both fine players, mind you, but like not in the discussion for the NBA Hall of Fame.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. 100%. So I hate Draymond Green too. Yeah. Hate Joel Embiid. It's gonna be weird.
He's still hurt. He's like,
well, he's Joel Embiid.
Yeah, you're right.
My favorite tweet, I think, or my favorite statistical discovery I think I ever found was on the day that I'm pretty sure it was the day they announced Melo had made the Hall of Fame, meaning he had been retired for 5 years. Since the start of Joel Embiid's career, at that moment, Melo had still played more basketball games than Embiid, because he doesn't play basketball games.
It's crazy.
I feel like we may need a new enemy though for the season, because we got the Celtics are not going to be.
They're nothing.
I don't
want to say nothing, but they lost a lot of people.
You'll learn very quickly that I am Mr. Respect the opponent.
No, that's fair.
Yeah,
I do. Once I think last year we played them opening night, and I like tweeted, I was like, "We're gonna ruin their ring ceremony." Obviously, we didn't, and like I don't usually tweet stuff like that because like I'm not trying to jinx it or whatever, but I did, and I jinxed it, and then I was like, you know what?
It's your fault. They got smoked by 38 whatever points.
Wait, I was like, you know what? I deserve every single thing that's coming at me from these Celtics fans. Like, it's fine. I deserve it. I took it like a champ.
I wasn't going to put this up, but I'll put it up now. I have to give kudos to my buddy Adam, Taylor. He covers the Celtics. This is his tweet from today that I saw. From a Celtics perspective, I'm very happy the Knicks didn't get Giannis. Hope it stays that way too. Adam, I love you, my guy. Keep talking sense. So yeah, the Celtics are down. Pacers are down. Joel Embiid is perpetually down. We only play the Warriors twice this year, so we can't, like, Draymond Green can't be that guy. I can't ever find myself truly hating on Donovan Mitchell.
Wait, I was just going to say the same thing. Unfortunately, like, I can't.
Because he's got a winning smile. He was like
He
an
seems
awesome
like
guy.
such a nice guy.
And he was openly being like, yeah, I thought I was going to New York and I was thrilled about it.
Yeah, he wanted so badly to come. He was like, I thought I was gonna. And so, yeah, he can't be like, I mean, yeah, I'll obviously root against him because like we're playing him, but
yeah, root against him, but like,
I can't like hate the guy at all.
You can't. And
we'll
like,
have to look into someone.
What's
hate.
that?
We'll have to look into someone to hate.
Yeah, but I feel like that's where we're going to pick that person before the end of the show. That's what we need to do. And then, then I'm going to free you from your shackles. And like, we can't hate like Jared Allen because Mitchell Robinson treats him like a So I really don't like the Magic don't hate anyone, have anyone hate worthy. I guess the easy answer is Trae Young, right? I guess that is
an easy answer. Like, doesn't matter anymore. Like,
I mean, they might be. Listen again, Mr. Respect your opponent. They might be good this year.
Yeah. Okay. So Trae Young's an easy answer. I mean, every time he's at the Garden, even when he's not at the Garden, everyone's still saying his name.
We always got to hate. I think that's. I mean, I'm looking up and like, there's really
that'll be a forever thing.
I don't have it. Like the Pistons, like they were an annoying ass team to play.
Oh yeah. But
the guy that I disliked most on their team was Malik Beasley, and he's not playing because he's under, federal investigation for gambling.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, I think he wish everybody forgot about that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who else. It's just Trae Young. That's like real. It's going to be weird because it's better. I don't know. Basketball is more fun when you have like
100%
villains and there's
100%.
You know what? Hold on. This is my answer. LaMelo Ball.
Okay. He like hasn't played much, has he? He's been like so hurt for so long.
Yeah. He is in the Joel Embiid school of contributing to winning. But
is he healthy right now?
As of right now, he's healthy.
Okay.
But I'm going to pick LaMelo Ball because he makes me very angry as someone who is an incredibly unathletic, like just never in a million years would I be able to do this stuff. LaMelo Ball was given these like amazing gifts to become a professional basketball player. And he is purely interested in driving around in his, I don't know what kind of sports car he has, but some kind of sports car, Ferrari, Lamborghini, whatever. And just getting a bunch of tattoos and being LaMelo Ball. Mm-hmm. And that makes me angry.
Yeah. Dude, no, you're right with that one. All right. He's on the list.
He's on the list. I'm grasping for straws.
Yeah, I mean, I literally didn't even think of him because I can't remember.
Well, because why would you think of the Charlotte Hornets? Because nobody thinks of
Charlotte that too. Wow. All right.
Okay. This was great. So this is going to be this is a little bit more of a different version of what the show is going to be. Moving forward, it's going to be really more taking a temperature check on, with the conversation around the Knicks, not so much reacting to a particular news story. So we're going to have some fun with this, as you can probably already tell. Are you willing to come back for another episode?
Of course.
I'm
willing. I'm excited. This was fun.
This is great. This is fantastic. You're not a guest, you're my co-host, but I'll still ask you, is there anything you want to plug or promote before we get out of here?
No. I don't think so.
Here's what I want to plug or promote. Do you think your mom was listening or watching this?
Yes.
Okay. So what's your mom's name?
Susan.
Should I call her Miss Chasen?
You can call her Susan.
I don't know.
All right, Google her Miss
Chasen. If you are listening to this, I need you to come to Rebecca's abode, and I need you to staple or nail or super glue or something that collage through the wall so that next time we are on these airwaves, everybody in Knicks Nation can see that beautiful thing that you created.
Collage. And that was hysterical.
No, listen, there's a place for it, and that's what you need to do. So, Miss Jason, please, if you're out there, and I'm sure you are, do me that favor. Rebecca, this is wonderful. I had a lot of fun.
This was great. Me too. Went by quick.
Yeah, I'm not going to make a joke. All right. Thanks, everybody, for checking out another episode of the Knicks Film School Podcast. Almost made it the whole goddamn of the Knicks Film School Podcast. We'll be back with more fun and games before you know it. Peace out.